Okay, in this video we're going to look at two past paper examples where they're asking you to find the coordinates of where a line and a curve kind of cross. The one is straightforward, has how they usually ask it, and the other one's a bit more tricky. It's kind of the same effect, but they're not necessarily asking the coordinates, but they are asking something in similar lines. So this may be a little bit small for you to read, so I'm just going to read it for you. It says, find the coordinates of the point with the line 4x plus y is equal to 9. So let me just write that. 4x plus y is equal to 9 intersects the curve y plus x squared is equal to 5. And show all your working. So here we have a line and we have a curve. So basically there should be, if I did a drawing, it would, okay, well, I can't really draw it right now. I want to get this in standard form first. So let's say y is equal to negative 4x plus 9. And this one is going to be y is equal to negative x squared plus 5. So we actually have a negative parabola. Yeah, I would have gotten this all wrong. Okay, so the parabola is unhappy, and so is the line. So basically, okay, maybe I should do, oh well, no, well, never mind. Okay, so this is kind of what's happening. They're asking for these two coordinates, and this first step is to equal these to each other. So let me, would have been cool to color code them, but I didn't now. So I'll do, this is the line, let's say negative 4x plus 9. And then that is going to be equal to my parabola negative x squared plus 5. Now I'm not really in the mood for negative x squareds, so I'm going to take this over. So it's going to be x squared. This stays negative 4x. And this is going to be 4 minus, well, it's just going to be 4. 5 minus 9 is 4, and that's all equal to 0. Okay, so now I have this new line, well, new equation. Now this equation is two lines in one, basically. So it's the equation of the parabola merged or combined with the line of the straight, well, with a straight line. Now the reason I'm putting so much emphasis on this is sometimes they give you this and they ask you for one of these. Maybe, well, they give you this and they maybe give you the straight line and ask for the parabola or vice versa. But it's important to know that this new equation I have here is actually the combination of these two. Okay, we need to factorize this because it's, that's just what we do with trinomials that are quadratic equations or whatever. So we got the x there and the x there. And in this case, we're going to have, negative 2, negative 2. Yeah, that's going to work. Negative 2x plus 4. So basically, we just have one point. And they say, find the coordinates of the point where the line... Okay, that makes sense. We're only getting one answer here. Sorry, I should have done x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. We only have one answer, so this sketch of mine is actually wrong. We'll have the parabola, but the straight line, because we only have one answer, it's only going to touch it because there's only one point where this is actually true. So the x value here is going to be 2. And to find the other x value, I can sub it in either of these functions. And I'm going to choose this one. So if I have negative, if I had to type this on my calculator, very important. Sometimes people make mistakes or students make mistakes with this. You have to type negative. In this case, I know it's not going to make a difference, but just get in the habit of writing this correctly on your calculator. Negative, and then bracket 2 squared plus 5. And this would give us negative 4 plus 5. And our answer is just going to be 1. So the coordinates where when this line and this parabola are touching is 2 and 1. If we got two answers here, we would have just subbed in two answers in and got two y values, and then that would have meant that they actually crossed. If this was giving a math error in the quadratic a formula or completing the square and we got like a negative number underneath here, then that would mean that they're actually not touching at all. There are no solutions. So the line would have been at the bottom, well, at the top, and the other one at the bottom. Okay, so let's take a look at our next example. And yeah, let's, usually when students read this one, they're like, what are they asking me? It's nuts. But luckily, we'll go through it very slowly and you'll be able to get this. Okay, again, very small to read, but let me just read it for you. So it says the curve y equals something, something, something. So let's say there's a curve. There's a curve. I can see it's a positive curve because it's y is equal to x squared, minus 2x, sorry. Minus 2x plus 1 is drawn on a grid, okay? A line is drawn on the same grid. Now, this line is just drawn. I have no idea where it is. I don't know if it's positive or negative, so I'm just like drawing a line. It's on the same grid. And it says the points of intersection. So there are 2 points. The points of intersection of the line and the curve are used to solve this equation. And now they give me this equation. X squared minus 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now, and then they say find the equation of this line in the form y is mx plus c. So it's not really that difficult. It's just asked in a weird way. So what do we usually do? Usually they give us the parabola, the parabola and the straight line. So let's say there was a line, they would give us the line function and there would be a parabola function and it would like y is something, something, something and y is something, something, something. And then what we would do is we would equal them to each other. And then I would take whatever this is and move it over. And then I would combine the two. They'd be combined, plus or minus or whatever like terms would have been sorted. And this would be equal to 0. And then from here, I would get some x values. And those x values would be those x values. So in this case, they gave us this. And they gave us this. And now they're asking for the straight line. They could have asked for the x factors or the x intercepts, but then they would not have needed to give us, well, yeah, they would have still maybe have to give us the 1 if we needed y values. But okay, point is, in this question, they gave us the equation of the parabola and they gave us the combined one. They're saying this equation is used to find the x coordinates. So if we factorize this, we would find x coordinates. But now they're saying, hey, what was the line? What's the actual line that was combined with this? So what I usually do is I'll write the parabola that I do have or the line that I do have. So I'll do that here. So I'll just put a 0 because that's what we're going to do. That's a 0. So I'll write 0 is x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then I'll ask myself, what do I have to add or subtract to this to get to there? So x squared I already have, and x squared is there. So there's nothing there. So this one is, I'm sorted, no problem. This one says negative 2x. This is what I have, but this is where I kind of need to get to. So in order to get to negative 7x from negative 2x, I'm going to have to negative 5x, because negative 2x, negative 5x, or minus 5x is going to give me negative 7x. So I'm kind of adding this part, and here I have a plus 1, but I want to get to a plus 5. So I'm just going to add 4. So what I did now is this is equal to this. But I took out the parabola. And now all I need to do, this is the straight line, and I'm going to move that over to the other side because that's kind of what I want. So in this case, I'm moving this over and it becomes 5x minus 4 equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. So I kind of just worked backwards, right? And now I know this is my parabola. And this, I got lucky. It was actually a positive gradient. But yeah, this is now my straight line. And they're asking it in the form y is mx plus c. So it's very straightforward. I just put a y equal 5x minus 4.